Hello, hello, hello. Happy Monday to everybody. Can you please put a one in the chat to make sure that I know that you can hear me? Okay, thank you, Elsie. So, again, happy Monday to everybody. Real has to be different. So, thank you, Victorious Vaughn and Larry. So, first of all, let me acknowledge everyone that I've seen in the chat so far. Joe, my girl Joe was the first one here, and then my son-in-law Blaze, and then Janice and Vaughn, Victorious Vaughn, and Larry, my daughter Shanice, my sis Charlie's Angel, the real El Cid, and my peer, the real peer, SBK. Happy Monday to everyone. Anyone who may be watching from the bushes, happy Monday to you as well. Thank you all for your support. So, so today's question: what life lessons have you learned and will never forget? I'm going to let some of you all respond. Oh, I have Shanice helping me in the background. Of course, you're working, SBK. I wouldn't um, think that you were doing anything else but working. So I'm going to let you all answer the question before I talk about some of my life lessons. There have been many. So I'm just going to talk about maybe a couple or few. So, Shanice, did you have anything you wanted to say about the question?
Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Hi, Mama Alice. Happy Monday to you. Okay. A lesson that I learned and I will never forget is be careful what you say to certain people because it might get out. Never let your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Don't the Bible say? Ain't that the word of God? Ain't that in the Bible?
Um, what scripture is that?
I don't know. I'm asking because I think it's in there. But yes, don't let your left hand know what your
Heard
right
it.
hand is doing.
I've heard it, but I'm not sure if it's in the Bible.
Well, it's a good one. I learned that,
Okay.
and I know be slow to speak, swift to hear, and slow to anger is in the Bible. That's a life lesson that I'm still learning, and I will never forget. Yeah, and the life lesson that I just learned a couple weeks back is to be careful what you say on the live stream when you hear somebody link because you just might be a short and never be able to live it down. Hey SBK, how you doing? God bless.
Hmm. No, is that it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
Hey
definitely might
y'all.
wanna. You may, how some people take stickers and post them everywhere so they don't forget things. You may want to get some post-its. Matter of fact, do you need me to send you some post-its? Because you may want to get some post-its and put that last one all over everywhere you go, from the bathroom to your bedroom, any place you go, to remind you, all over your mirror, to remind you of that last one about
Oh
what you
yes,
said
cause I cut a
in life.
fool. I played too much,
Uh-huh.
and I'm a little ashamed of how I acted and what I said. So y'all won't be seeing me on there no more. Plus I got put on punishment indefinitely. So yeah, oops, never again.
Okay. So Real
Mm-hmm.
posted the scripture. He says it's Matthew 6:3. But when thou dost aims, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth.
Yes, I know my Bible. Come on up in here. Yes. God bless you. You
Elsie,
don't
you want to see that short? It's on SBK's
no
channel.
mind your business. You know what? Okay. This why I'm not coming back. This is what I'm talking about. You don't have my back, not even a little piece.
I just told her she want to see the short. It's on
You didn't have to
SBK's
tell
channel.
her that. I don't want nobody to see
She
that.
gonna know. She gonna know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, cause you told her. Oh
Oh,
well.
Vaughn said she posted it too. Oh, she's about the
Yeah,
scripture.
huh, I bet you
Thank you,
did.
Vaughn. Thank you,
Not thank
Victorious
you.
Vaughn. I
Okay, so
just
when I
called Reels
okay,
first.
it's fine. When I delete this whole channel and
She's
come back
talking
as
about
another
the
person, then y'all
no.
won't have to worry about you.
See, you talking too much. You need to listen. She's talking about the scripture she posted, not the short.
No, you
Hey,
thought she
Joe.
posted the short. You said that. I didn't say. I know you saw the short reel. I saw you laughing in the comment section. All y'all raggedy. God bless. Well, oh well.
Who else want
I
to answer
said
the
it. I
question?
did it, and I ain't gonna do it no more.
Vaughn said she's trying to help you.
No, she not. None of y'all trying to help
Even
me.
though she wasn't trying to help you on that live, but she's trying to help you now.
No.
But anyway, let me let's
Absolutely.
let's move on. Oh,
Uh-huh.
Elsie says she posted it too. Okay. Okay. Thank y'all. So
Yes, thank you.
um anybody else want to tell us what life lessons they have learned and will never forget?
Hold on one moment. Somebody tries to call me out. Hold on. What you don't believe, ma'am? Joe, you don't believe what? What you don't believe? Hmm. Oh, y'all can judge me all y'all want. I already did it. It's already done. I meant what I said when I said the jokes.
Okay.
It was
Anyway,
funny, and I'm just
okay.
not gonna do it no more.
Okay, we're not going to take that turn. So let's stick on the subject of what life lessons have you learned? I guess it's
Oh,
part of it and we'll never
oh, she
forget.
said she don't believe that I
She
won't
don't
do it
believe you won't
again.
do it again.
You want to bet $5?
Your apology is accepted, SBK. You can't take the blame for everything.
For that he can. Always got them
Okay.
arms out tempting me.
Excuse me. Let's move on. Anybody else want to put in the chat what life lessons you've learned and will never forget? Before I go on, Joe says she is not a betting woman. Thank you, Joe. Before I go on, does anybody want to put it in the chat? Or if you want to come up and tell us what life lesson you have learned in your life um, that you will never forget. So I'm going to go ahead. Let me see. Oh, Real said, SBK, you more than a stumbling block. You a whole entree to a whole sector of ladies on YouTube. I know, I know what they tell me. Lord, everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Oh man, yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's a true statement. Everybody, I know your parents probably told you that, and everybody is not your friend. I think two of the most overused words are not that they're the only two, but these two. One is friend, And then the other one is allegedly. And I think I blame social media for that. Go ahead, Elsie. Elsie said, um, Elsie said, the less you show, the more men want to see. That's for the women folk who want to show everything. Joe said, I've learned more than half a century, too many to mention. I get it, Joe, but I'm going to share with you. She said, guard my heart. I'm gonna tell y'all some of the lessons that I learned. So one lesson, valuable lesson that I learned as a kid was listen to adults or listen to wisdom when you know that that person wants the best for you. So I'm going to bring up this. I'm going to bring up this picture, and I know the majority of you probably don't even know what this is, but I'm going to explain to you what it is. This is a washing machine, and I'm not sure how old this is, but it's a washing machine. And the reason why I brought this up is because it relates to, yes, Elle said, old school washing machine. So the
Is that
reason why I
yours,
brought
Miss
that up,
Dallas?
no, I don't even know. Vaughn, don't let me drop you coming up here. Try to be funny. On joke time. So, no, that's not mine. I've never owned a washing machine like that. Hey, Miss Boogie Down. How are you? It's good to see you. Right, Elsie. Disrespectful. So, anyway, when it comes to this washing machine, when I was a little girl, we had a washing machine like that. And my grandmother used to always tell us not to mess with that washing machine. So you see the little piece at the top, like a roller? That's where they used to wring the clothes out. When after you wash the clothes, you would put them through there and it would bring them out, get the excess water out. And I used to watch my grandmother do it a lot of times. And so, even though, I was hard headed, some might say I can be hard headed now, but mind your business. But anyway, I was hard headed, didn't listen to my grandmother. Um, Joe said it wasn't good for big people clothes. I don't know about that, Joe. I don't know about all that. But um I one day decided that I wanted to kind of like imitate my grandmother. So I think it was some clothes in a washing machine. I was gonna take. I think it was a T-shirt or something, and I was gonna put it through the roller, whatever you call it. I don't know what you call it, but I was what, probably, I want to say I was 4 or 5 years old. I'm not even sure if my mother was still alive at that time. But anyway, I put my hand on the thing, and of course, I was short. I was a toddler. So I reached up, I think I was on my tiptoes, and put my hand up to put the shirt or whatever it was through the roller. And guess what? My little hand, got stuck on the thing. And of course, it was painful. And I was screaming and crying. And I believe a couple of my cousins were around. There was nothing they could do. They were little too, little older than me, but they were still little. So my grandmother comes and she stops the machine, and she somehow, I can't tell you exactly what she did, but she got my hand out of the thing, and my hand was very painful. So I wanted to tell that story because what I want to add to that is that some of the lessons that we learn in life can be painful if we don't listen. Yeah, right, Vaughn almost folded me up. Some lessons can be painful if we don't listen when we should be listening to people in authority or people who are older and know better. So pay attention, listen to the people who are telling you right from wrong, because when you know they care for you, you know that they want the best for you and they don't want you to be in harm's way. So that was one of the lessons that I learned, and I'll never forget it. And it's been a long time, and I still won't forget it. Hey, sis, I said what I said. Happy Monday. I hope you're having a great day so far. So, another lesson that I learned, y'all, was that tomorrow isn't promised. Now, when I was a when I was a young child, most of y'all, if not all of y'all, know that I my mother passed when I was 4. So even as a young child, I was learning that tomorrow isn't promised. I told y'all the story about my mother on the Mother's Day Live, how my uncles came to get my mother, and they told me that she would be back, but she never came back. And I didn't understand it when I was younger, how important that lesson was, that you can be here today and actually gone today. But it was a very important lesson for me. And so, in relation to that, I learned also to be careful of how you treat people, because we can do some things or say some things that could affect someone negatively, and we may not have the opportunity to make it right, because tomorrow isn't promised to anyone. So if we are always doing our best to be nice to people, to consider other people's feelings, then I think that we will be better off. We will have less regrets. A lot of times when someone goes away, someone leaves this life, oftentimes we may have regrets because we didn't get to say what we wanted to say, or we may have a regret that we said some things that we shouldn't have said. Now, I've talked many times about saying things that you shouldn't say because once it's out, you can't put it back. It's like that tube of toothpaste. Once it's out, you can't put it back in. So, those are some of the lessons that I learned that will stick with me forever. Vaughn, did you want to talk about any lessons that you've learned?
Yes. Hello, everybody. Hi, Shanice. Hi, Miss Alice.
Hi, Vaughn.
Hello.
Um, the number one biggest lesson, okay, that I have learned. Okay. The biggest lesson that I have learned, y'all, is never to trust anyone else more than myself. Um, in the past, I am the kind of person I put people on pedestals. Um, I lack, what do you call it, like self-confidence or, self-love. So I didn't listen to, what we say, like our intuition or my gut. And I was in a few situations where, I would say like, oh, if I could go back, I would do this, I would do that. And I've just learned, that, of course, I mean, like Shanice was saying, it says in the Bible, we're not supposed to put our trust in man, but in God. And most importantly, that, it's okay to seek wisdom and guidance, or, want someone, um, to help guide you in the right direction. But it's more important to, trust yourself. God gave us all gifts, and He gave us all um, intuition, wisdom. Like we can call it internal, wisdom. And in the past, I didn't, listen to myself. I would be quick to lean on other people because I felt that their perspective or their outlook or their advice was better than my own. Not necessarily just always leading me in the wrong direction, because that's not true, but there were things where I knew I should do this, but I would listen to other people, and I would, end up doing wrong. Or, I would, miss opportunities, or, just, just to be honest, I would just have regret, because it's like, oh, I knew I should have did this, I should have did that. So nowadays, it's not that I'm just solely relying on self. I'm looking to God. Of course, there are people, that I do go to for guidance, wisdom. But I just know not to put my trust in man. And that goes for everybody, because like I said, it's not a people thing, it's a me thing, how I am with people. And I'll look at them better than myself. And at the time, I didn't know that, I'm thinking, oh, such and such, they just know more than me, or they da 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 than me. But God has been showing me, that I'm just as gifted, knowledgeable, wise as others. And, not to hold them up in such high regard over myself. And so that's a lesson that I've learned, that,
Okay.
just to, trust in God, to listen to my gut, and don't, there we go. Don't put stock into people. There we go. Yeah.
Hmm. Hey there, beautiful Santa. Joe says she's driving. Be safe, Joe. That's good. That's good lesson, Vaughn. Any other lessons you may have learned?
Um, I want to say don't talk so much, but I'm still working on that one.
Oh, okay. So
um,
you haven't learned it. It's a lesson that you are still studying.
yeah, because it's not, I don't want people to think it's just about like, um talking too much. Like,
Uh-huh.
you, we all know I'm married, so I'm learning like when to. hush so that my husband can hear me, when not to like overdo it with my kids, because sometimes, actually that happened today. Like there was an incident at my daughter's school, and I called my mama all upset, and she, she talked to me, and I realized, I be quick to go there, take it there, so I'm still learning how to just be quiet, not necessarily be like, because you know how I look at that, Miss Alice. It's like, oh, I ain't no quiet woman. But I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm learning how not to, I guess, speak at the wrong time. What does it say in what is it? Be slow to speak. So yeah, so I'm still learning, to be slow to speak and not jump to negative conclusions, positive, whatever. Just don't be so quick to go running off at the mouth, leaning to my own understanding. Because even though, like, it could be a situation where there's misunderstanding, if I'm still talking, it's like, oh, I'm trying to get clarity. But sometimes you don't need to speak to get clarity. Sometimes you need to just listen. But if, I'm in a headspace where it's like, oh no, if I say this, so I'm working on that too, because that can be overwhelming. And funny enough, I'm actually watching, well, I'm not watching it no more, but I was watching Greenleaf. Y'all remember Greenleaf, right? And y'all remember the brother's wife. And she make her point, but then she just keep going and going and going. And I was like, oh my God, like she's annoying. But I was so annoyed by her because she kind of reminded me of myself, like how irritable I can be. And I don't know if y'all are like this, but if you've ever been in a situation, it don't have to be in a relationship, but anything where like you just were talking and talking and talking and talking, and you didn't read the room when you was there, but then when you think back, it's like, oh my God, I was doing all that talking.
Yeah.
So
And sometimes we can look. Sometimes we learn a lot by watching other people, and we see ourselves, and sometimes that can make us do some reevaluation about ourselves. Like
yeah.
for me, as far as using foul language, I told y'all um, years ago, I heard these young ladies just cussing away. And I looked at my husband and I said, do I sound like that? And he said, yeah. And that was a wake up call for me. I had to stop talking like that because it was very
Yeah.
unattractive to me. Very unattractive. So yeah, that's good. Shanice, did you have anything else?
No.
Okay. All right. Um, anything else, Vaughn? Victorious Vaughn? Anything else?
My bad. I was typing in chat.
Uh,
No, I will say, I think we're all still, well, I'm not gonna say I think. We all can, because I seen Joe say she's lived, what she say, a half a century.
uh-huh.
She got too many to name. Well, one thing I can say about all of you, who have lived a half a century and some, okay, is
Uh-huh.
that I like that y'all are open about still learning, because in my where I am at in life, I kind of look at y'all like, my mom, any older woman, I didn't mean to say it like that, but y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Uh-huh.
Anybody that is like older and they're mature and they got themselves together, it's like, oh, I want to get there. But I like that y'all kind of tell us and let us know that, you know it's really not a place to get to. I mean, it is, but y'all are still striving to, learn and grow and be better people. So I like that.
Yeah.
Um, it's yeah, I like that.
Yeah. If you're not growing, you're dying. And part of growing is learning. That's what I believe. So yeah, we should all be learning every day. We should be learning something. So let me see. I think okay, Shanice start some comments. I'm gonna go back to the ones about the channel, Shanice. Um, Elsie said, best lesson, don't care what folks say, because they will always have something to say anyway. Hmm. And then she said, a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Okay. And she said, oh, how about the manual ice cream maker? I don't think
Yeah,
I ever did that.
that washer looks very industrial.
You have to remember that when that was in the 60s.
Really?
It was yeah, late 60s. It had to be been late, yeah. It was late 60s and I was a kid. So yeah, um
Is
that
that
was
like the
a long
first
time ago.
washing machine ever, Miss Allen?
You know,
I'm sorry, I have to ask. Because I
you know what?
remember like them little boards. I see a lot of those in movies. Remember the little boards,
Mm-hmm.
and you put them in the water. Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh wait, can't
Uh-huh.
nobody hear
Yeah, I know
me.
you're talking about the scrubbing.
Wait, I can't hear y'all. Hold on.
Okay,
Okay,
you
now,
okay now?
yeah, now I can hear. Now I can hear.
Okay. You talking about the scrubbing board.
Yeah, I've never seen that. What you just showed us.
Well, that's the reason why I put the picture up was because I figured a lot of y'all had probably never seen it, didn't know what I was talking about.
Hmm.
Yeah. So, and that's not a picture. not that's not a picture from any of my old files, Vaughn. That's a picture. That's a picture that I got off of Google. I Googled it.
I was looking at the background. I'm like, that don't look like her house. That don't look like.
You came up here with joke time.
I'm like, maybe it's
All
the
right.
basement. Maybe it's the basement.
I'm gonna, I'm gonna, I'm gonna as Shanice will say, I'm gonna take it a little piece from there. Don't don't get carried away. Don't get carried away, okay?
Okay, okay. I quit. I quit. I quit.
But it, speaking of that wash machine, it shows you progress though. I mean, look how far we have come. We are now to the point where because of technology, we have machines that wash and dry your clothes.
Mhm.
That's how far we have come.
Look,
Now,
Joe say, ain't I yes, Joe, my washer dryer don't look like that. I've never seen one of them. No, seriously. I put you up on the TV, right? And
uh-huh.
so I was coming to hit the link. So when I got on the panel, and I see the picture, I'm looking at the TV like, huh?
Hello, Asia. Welcome. Not sure what you're talking about, but welcome. Okay. Joe said the first washing machine was the board and grit.
Yeah, see, I remember them, but I've seen them in
How
movies.
you? Okay.
Yeah, I've seen
Okay.
those in movies.
Okay.
I want to
Well,
say the washer the I recently watched Mr. Mom. I've seen that movie 1,000 times. Y'all like to watch it sometimes at night when I ain't got nothing else to watch. And
okay.
I seen their their laundry detergent, which was all powder. And I think it was like
Uh-huh.
one liquid something, and he messed up the washing machine. But I promise you, I ain't never seen nothing that looked like that.
Well, now you have. And I had to say because I know that you, maybe somebody else, I'm not sure, would probably think I had a picture of an old washing machine. Oh,
And
Joe said, some see they're clowning you now, Vaughn.
what
They
they
said,
say?
LC said, does Vaughn do laundry? And Joe said, Vaughn doesn't do laundry.
Listen, wait. So my question is this: so the part where you stuck your hand in, that's what dry the clothes off?
Yeah, that's what got the excess water. You would that's what got the excess it's like the spin cycle. That's what that was, the spin.
Oh, so did
Um
y'all have dryers?
no, we didn't have a dryer. We
Hmm.
hung the clothes on the clothesline to dry.
Right. Okay. So in them movies when they was doing laundry and they was hanging the clothes up on the clothesline, they had them washing machines. I need to go back and watch.
Yeah. But just know that we've come a long way.
Hmm.
We have come a long way. So of course, you being in your 30s, a lot of things would probably seem foreign to you. I don't know if you ever watched the Jetson.
Hmm.
You watched that?
Yeah, I haven't seen it in years though, but yeah, I used to watch that.
Okay. Okay. So I used to watch that when I was a kid, and some of the stuff that they would show, I would be like, yeah, okay. Like you could see the person that you're talking to on the phone. Like, yeah, okay. Maybe maybe in 100 years or whatever. But they I guess they predicted some of the stuff that would happen now. That that we have now.
Hmm.
I don't remember seeing regular washing machine and dryer, but some of the stuff that they were talking about are actually here today.
That is
Hey,
true.
Elsie.
Hi,
Hey,
Elsie.
hey, Miss Alice, I refuse for you to be disrespected like this, so I had to come up.
Okay,
Okay, I
thank you,
refuse for Vaughn to
thank
play
you.
your face like this.
Uh huh. Thank you.
Hey, Vaughn.
Trying to make me look like I'm old.
Right, right. I didn't want to say really. I
I
mean,
Uh,
am not.
it's the
I
really for me. I was
I,
like, that
I
is so
am not.
disrespectful. This was the '60s. Really? Wow. Like we belong to Smithsonian or something.
Not the Smithsonian.
I'm tickled. Listen,
Uh,
Elsie. Okay,
I'm
you got to
sure you
remember.
are.
I was born in the 90s. Okay, 94 to be exact. So
You were
I've never
born
seen
around the
nothing
time
like
I graduated high school or was about to graduate high school.
that.
But I still know exactly what Miss Alice talking about.
That's
Okay.
but okay. So let me ask you this, Elsie. Did
My
you have one of
children know
these
what it
too?
is to wind up the ice cream maker because I made sure you knew. My children know how to hang clothes on the clothesline out back because we still have. You need to know what it was. Ain't no
What?
pampered princesses up in here. We have had times where the dryer not working and we got to get the heating element and we got to change it ourselves. Guess what? Laundry's still going to happen. You going to hang it out back.
Mm-hmm.
We put a line up and we're going to hang it out back. You going to learn. Modern conveniences are just that, a convenience. It wasn't always here.
Yep. Thank you, beautiful Senna.
It was around just before the fall when the dryer wasn't working. You still have clothes to wash. Wash it and hang it out back.
Right, but Elsie, that's not the point I was making.
What you were making was like, wow, that's a long time.
Like, I didn't realize you were that old.
Right.
No, Miss Alice, I wasn't doing you like that.
That's how it sounded. You said this was the 60s. Really?
She said, I graduated high school before she was born. I'm old enough to be Von's mom. I'm hollering, y'all.
Yeah, I could be a teen mom and be your mama.
Listen. All I was just saying is that I've never seen nothing like that. Don't listen. It looked like one of the cake mixers, okay, that I be watching on the baking channels, okay, and it'd be a big old cake. I'm just looking at it.
The ladies in your life have not taught you what roughing it is.
What's that?
Exactly, roughing it. Exactly. My boys know about soap powder in the water out back. You got the grit, and you better, run your clothes along that if it's got a stain. They have to know if modern convenience is not around. My grandfather taught me that. So they have to know. Just like using 2 basins to wash dishes. What if they ain't no running water? So let me ask you this, Vaughn. Have you been camping?
Who?
Okay. That tells me everything.
No, Elsie.
Have you been to a farm?
Like on a field trip, yeah.
Oh, the field trip. Okay, not staying overnight on the farm and helping to work the farm.
Who? No.
Okay. I see where you're coming from, Vaughn. We need to get you out. We need to get you where the bugs are buzzing around, and we need to get you wringing your clothes out in that line. Because what Miss Alice showed you, where you got to wring those clothes, you better not let it fall, because it'll fall in the dirt.
Y'all gonna leave Vaughn alone. Hello, Miss Alice. How are you, Miss Alice?
I'm good.
Elsie, fellow New Yorker, you gonna stop. You gonna stop it right now. Y'all gonna acknowledge this princess's youth, okay? Y'all gonna acknowledge her youth, okay? And I graduated in 91. And I could be her mama too, but I'm going to give her grace and mercy on her youth and her ignorance, all right? And y'all going to do the same.
I'm going to give her this clothesline out back. Okay. She going to learn.
No.
Educate her.
No, we going to shame the devil in this. I respect her naivety. This is something where we need to bring her mom up here, her grandma. We need to get on them, but we gonna leave her alone. Y'all gonna leave my little sis alone. I don't appreciate this right here. That was her genuine response. Even when I saw it, and I'm not too far behind Miss Alice, I was like, what the hell is that? I had to take it off of mute and put it on my TV because I'm listening to y'all through my phone, but I can see this picture. I was like, what the hell is that? And I like to think of myself as a very, very much today's woman and all of that. I'm very familiar being a homeowner with dry lines and all of that, but even I got stumped. So we're going to leave Vaughn alone and stop picking on her today. Okay.
I
Need to leave Miss
appreciate it,
Alice
Miss Boogie
alone,
Down.
okay?
You
I
got it, boy.
appreciate
I had to
Thank you,
come up and help
Elsie.
you.
Thank you, Elsie.
Need to leave Miss Alice alone and stop saying, "Wow, that's that old." Wow.
That was a genuine response because even I said, wait a minute, real quick. I thought, damn, how old is Alice? She looks much younger than what's happening right
See, y'all piling on. Y'all piling on.
See,
But you know what?
see,
It's fair. It's 2-on-2 right now. It's fair. It's
Uh-huh.
2-on-2.
I am tickled.
I
Wait a
almost
minute,
let you
Alice,
up,
my
Elsie.
oldest sibling was born in 1963. And even I was saying, my sister was looking and we're both sitting up here cracking up. And I'm
Really?
saying to myself, what the hell is that? And she's like, oh my God, that's a washing machine. I'm like, well, listen.
Your sister's my age. We're the same age.
So she but even I 10 years y'all junior, I said, what the hell is that?
And I'm younger than you, Miss Boogie Down, and I knew.
I am done.
And I promise you, I was not a princess. Unlike Vaughn, now I'm gonna leave Vaughn on this island by herself. But in that case, I know I'm very familiar with a dry line, but you know how we did it, Elsie. We had the fire escape, and we
Yes,
put
you did.
clothes over that.
From one
But at
person
the end
apartment to
of
the next.
That's right.
Listen. Y'all keep calling me a princess. I have washed clothes, without the washing machine and hung them up. Hung them up. I have.
I may not comment a lot, but I listen to y'all live. You can't even cook, baby girl. We not gonna bring that up. But I listen.
See, that's
Okay.
wrong. She's trying. She's
Okay.
trying.
I heard your stories during Thanksgiving. They were horrifying to me. Okay. I couldn't always comment, and
Miss Boogie Down.
I was in the bushes. I was in the bushes. I heard SBK giving it to everybody was coming for your neck when you were sitting up here trying to learn the day before Thanksgiving, technically, how to make a damn meal. So I'm gonna let you live now. I came up here to help you. So, but don't do that. Don't you deny the princess status, honey. You are a princess. You are a mother. You are a married woman of 4. You need to do better. Now I am gonna say that, but I ain't gonna let them clown you over that because even I, born in 1973, I didn't know what the hell that was for a quick second either. My sister's in town and she just happened to be getting ready to leave the house. And I said, what the hell is that? She's like, oh God, that's a washing machine. I'm like, okay, calm down.
I'm done.
I have to go after this and call my mother and grandmother and thank them for my education because
Listen.
I have been exposed to these things.
Listen, I definitely am having grace and mercy, like I said, but at the end of the day, Vaughn, you are a princess, and that's okay. Like I said, I'm blaming your mama and your nana. I'm not blaming you.
Charlie's Angel said, "Don't mistake being hard-headed for not being taught." Okay.
Lord.
That sound like she getting told on right now. That's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. But I wanted to come up and save my little sis. Y'all gonna stop doing her dirty. Y'all gonna stop doing her dirty. She said it.
I'm hearing. I'm listening.
She said she was born in 94. She is a product of basically when life got much, much easier.
I understand. My children were born in the 2000s and they know.
Listen, so is mine, but I'm not gonna go there, okay? I'm not doing that.
Miss Boogie Down, I got one for you. So
yes, ma'am.
How come my grandmother bought my mother a washing machine so that she wouldn't have to take my clothes to the laundromat, child? So you're right, okay? I was born when life got much better.
My goodness. Vaughn, I'm trying to help you. Stop talking, okay? Just stop. Stop talking. Because now you're making me look bad, and then I'm gonna hop my happy behind up off this StreamYard. But it's been a pleasure. This was fun. I'm still listening in the bushes, but as I said, I got family in from out of town, so
tell sis we said hey.
I sure will. My dad and my son and my uncle will be down here on Thursday. I'm preparing for Too many daggone black folks, but that's nor here nor there.
Oh, wait a minute. Too many.
Too many. But it's been a pleasure, ladies. And Miss Alice, it was a pleasure. Thank you for having me up. Y'all have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Even though you tried,
Thank you, Miss
even though you
Boogie Down.
tried me, thank you.
I got nothing but love for you, fellow Libra. Don't
What
think
you
I
got?
forgot. Don't think
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, whatever.
Take care.
Hey, Fear No Mortals.
Hi, Fear No Mortal.
Monday.
I'm hollering.
Really? We got you hollering?
Yes, y'all done got me in trouble and everything.
We got you in trouble?
Really?
But what she say? Oh, okay. I ain't see.
How, Sway?
Nothing else said nothing.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, Miss Boogie Down came up here to try to help Vaughn.
Listen,
I was
all
was
I'm
taught-
trying to say is
I was taught because they
okay.
did not want me being a passenger princess. So I was taught all that stuff. And when we had vacation time, we would go to my mother's friends that had a farm. And we would spend the long weekends there. You gonna learn, all right? You gonna learn.
It's the farm
Thanks,
for
sis.
me. It's the farm.
And
for
then
me.
I have a husband who hasn't had that farm experience. So right now, we had the raising chickens, raising quail, growing stuff in the garden. He hadn't had that. So now it's like, okay.
Mm,
So I'm
mm,
trying to teach
mm.
some lessons.
I'm cracking up though, because I really do know how to wash clothes on hand.
When's the last time?
Now, Elsa, it's been a minute. I ain't gonna tell
Okay.
no lies.
Well, that
Okay,
means, you know what that means? I'm going to throw you a
What?
life raft. You have excellent washer and dryer that has not conked out on you. That's what
But
that
listen,
means.
all jokes aside though, okay, I have survival skills. I do. Okay, it's just when you see a machine like that up on the screen, see, I ain't the only one that looked at it didn't know what it was.
It was a drum and then the rollers at the top.
I'm like, hey, I really wish y'all could see my face because I was looking like, what does
Girl,
that have to do with learning lessons? That was my
you can
first
see your
thought.
face. That's why I jumped up here. That really? Wow. I saw your face.
It's like, what is that? Okay. And why is it on the screen when we supposed to be talking about learning lessons? Okay, what's the lesson in this machine?
The lesson you learned was there was an evolution of the washer and dryer,
Mhm.
and this is where it came from. That was the lesson for today.
Well, I
Thank you,
learned.
Elsie.
I learned, and no, Miss Alice, I wasn't coming for you.
It sounded like a comfort. I was like, wait a minute, she keep doing it. She keep doing it.
I thought Vaughn was going to ask me if I knew Harriet Tubman.
Ooh.
You know what, Miss Alice?
No.
did she save you too?
Not that I save you.
No, did Harriet Tubman save her too?
Oh my goodness.
There is a social media person. He's always driving his kids to school and the kids do those jokes on him. I don't know if it's for real, if the kids do, because we don't see the kids, we just hear. And that's
Mhm.
when they say, oh my gosh, dad went to school with Noah. That's how dad knows how to navigate a boat. They always say, dad went, dad is so old, da 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 da. So yeah. It is too funny. That's what I kept hearing when you kept saying it, Vaughn. So because this is what happens, Miss Alice, when Vaughn is early and on time and is napping through the live.
Listen, look. Okay. My kids have jokes too. Okay. They call it the 1900s. I don't know when they stopped calling it the 90s in class. Okay. But they call it the 90s. And I'd be like, no, see, the 1900s is before the 2000s. Okay, like all the way back. You know, all back there, way back there. Okay, all the way back. I said it wrong because I said 1900 before the 2000s, but they say it like we were like pilgrims and stuff. You know,
Yes. My children say it too.
and I'd be like,
Because their great grandmother is still alive, and at a time their great great grandmother was still alive. So they got those jokes too. They definitely got them jokes. It's like, oh, if your birthday begins with a 1, wait a minute, your birth year begins with a 1. Don't get fresh because yours begin with a 2.
but see, to me, them 2000s and what they call it, the 2020 kids and all of them, they different from us 90s kids. To me,
Oh yeah, y'all wasn't thugging it like we were.
I mean, but I feel like I was LC. Like,
Really?
okay, listen.
You weren't wringing out your laundry. I don't see it. Hanging up clothesline.
But listen. We didn't have Netflix. Okay, wasn't no
That ain't
Disney
thugging it.
Plus. Okay,
That ain't thugging it.
but yeah, I used to have. You know what? You want to know what like my first phone was?
Did Vaughn when TV channels ended in the day, did they play the national anthem?
Huh?
See.
You
Right
know
there.
what, Miss Allen?
Right
You know.
there.
Uh-huh.
TV ended at a certain time of the night, Vaughn, and they played the national anthem, and you saw the flag, and then all you heard was shh.
Yeah.
But see, okay, so y'all had that. When I remember TV, it would do reruns of what they had already played for the week.
In color,
So,
right?
Yeah, in color. but we still had VHS. Okay, then there was
No, before VHS was Betamax.
what's that?
See, smaller tape, same thing, but
The
smaller.
cassette tape.
No, it was Betamax. It's like a VHS but smaller. If you ever see a dual cassette thing for VHS, you have a smaller one. That's the Betamax tapes.
I've never even heard of that.
See?
Somebody said Vaughn wouldn't know she was in bed. She wouldn't know about the flag. Yeah, that's why. That's why she didn't know. Not that she's that young. She was in bed.
I don't remember no flag. I remember
Yeah.
it played reruns. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay, fine, Elsid. Fine. I still, we in my house we still have alarm clocks. Bet you didn't know that.
Yes, same here.
And guess what? I used to have a house phone while everybody else just had iPhones, and I used to have matter of fact, I'm
Still
getting
do.
a house phone again.
I have a house phone,
See,
but it's
We
got to
can
be
relate.
corded. It's got to be corded, not cordless. I have a corded house phone.
well, mine was cordless, but it had an answering machine.
Yeah, same here. And we
Even
had the
I
ones with the
graduated
tape.
from those things.
No, it served me when the kids were in school, and I didn't want them having my main number.
I'm hollering.
It served me.
But Elsid, okay, listen, okay. I grew up
Okay,
in the house.
Blaze.
Okay, we had one of the TVs that sat on the floor that you spin around, that you could spin. We didn't have no remote. We had to turn the knobs. And my
You had a
grandma
knob. We had pliers.
What?
The knob broke off. You got to use the pliers.
Yep.
No, we didn't have that didn't
And the
happen.
foil on the antenna to get better reception.
You're gonna have to ask my mama about that. I do
See?
remember I do remember having the antennas.
Okay.
But you ain't let me get to tell you about the telephone that my grandma had on the wall with the rotary phone. I used that. Okay. We had those when I
Of
remember
course. Don't mess up the number.
that. Exactly.
But those were the days when you could hang up on someone and it'd be real loud. Bang. Now
Wait,
you're just pressing a button.
I'm trying to think what else. Okay, hold on.
See, I'm caught up with the fact that you don't know how to hand mix ice cream.
Elton, who does that?
They used to make
I've
us
never
work for
done
our
it.
ice cream. Oh, they used to make us work.
Hold up, y'all. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Give me a second, y'all.
Okay.
Don't y'all be hating either, okay?
Okay. She said, "Don't be hating." Or did she say behave? Oh
I
Lord,
said, don't be hating.
I
Hey,
gotta go,
sis.
Miss
No,
Alice.
you
I see
don't.
you
You stay
later.
right there.
El Cid, I see you later. You know, it's Lord
Stay
have
right
mercy.
there.
I missed the whole joke. It went over my
Hey,
head.
Charlie's Angel.
How y'all doing?
Wonderful.
Great.
How are
How are
you?
Hello,
you?
Charlie's Angel.
I am well.
Did you ever have to hand twirl that ice cream mixer?
I didn't have to, but I did.
Wow.
That
What?
is yeah, well, you have to remember my grandmother and the older ladies at the church and stuff when we had our ice cream events, they actually hand cranked the ice cream. So we were able to do that.
Awesome.
So I mean, but I am 50, so
I'm not
yeah.
50 yet. I still have a 4 in front of my number, but
Yeah.
they had us doing that. They were like, "You need to work and understand where this comes from."
Now see, I didn't my family is from the South and we visited almost every summer, but we didn't have to like the washing machine. My sister's grandparents, well, my grandparents had that on their front porch.
Mm-hmm. On that stoop. Mm-hmm.
And then I've seen, people actually use the actual washing board where they had to scrub it. Um,
Yep.
I mean, we shucked peas and did stuff like that, but it wasn't I mean, I'm a suburban child, so we didn't necessarily have to do any other stuff. It was more fun for us to go and play and learn, but we didn't have to do it.
I was
It's not
raised
that
in a
we don't know how to,
right.
but
I know we had to do it. I was raised, Caribbean household. I was in the Caribbean in Trinidad. You got to learn. You got to do it all. And again, that's how I learned how, farm life, Vaughn, and taking care of horses and other animals on the farm. And this was a beach farm, so that was even more treacherous.
So I have a question. So if I said my mama gave me money to get ice cream off the ice cream truck, y'all still gonna call me a princess?
Nope.
No, no. I just would give you
Absolutely not.
homework to look it up and see how people turn that ice cream because it would take you over an hour to be turning that thing.
Yeah, I never did that.
I mean, you can still do it. Nowadays, they have
Yep.
the little ice cream makers, or you can get the vintage ones,
Mm-hmm.
um, or make it even quicker than the whole churning. But I mean, it's not a bad practice. But just because you were a little princess,
Wow.
Were emphasis on were.
no, I'm saying you may be a princess in some people's eyes, but you know the struggles you went through and you know how to survive. So don't
Right.
feel
I'm like,
bad.
I know how to wash
Don't feel
clothes
bad.
without the washing machine. I never seen a roller on the washing machine.
Right. More like two people on each end of the jeans twisting them to dry.
Right. I even remembered the little boards.
The grid boards. I love seeing like some country homes that still have those basins with the board in it out back. I love still seeing those.
I haven't
Mm.
seen it in a long time.
Oh, yeah. I see it on my international travels. They still got it.
Okay. Okay.
I appreciate an electronic washer and dryer. Now I do like
Yeah.
to hang my clothes. I do like to hang them.
Yeah, my husband likes that too. Hang the clothes, let it dry in the fresh air.
Mm.
I think too he don't want to change the heating element in the dryer not one more time.
You know what? If you've ever had it really, I mean, yeah, man, that's a pain. That hurts. It hurts. It hurts when you put that full load in there and you run it and you go for it and it's completely soaking wet and you got to take
Ooh,
all those heavy clothes off. And then you got to go in the dryer and
ooh.
figure out if it's clogged up or if it's the heating element. And then to take it apart and get the heating element and put it back in and then dry the clothes. Yeah. But the
You better
clothes still have to
preach.
be hung up. So yeah, I understand. I
You
understand him completely because I think that might be half of the reason why I don't mind hanging up most of the clothes because I don't want that to happen.
because it will guarantee to dry unless a rain cloud pass by.
Yep.
I agree with you. It was around holiday time too. I think it was Thanksgiving or something that it went out.
Man, I have you in tears. Like not to try.
Yeah. So we still have our clothesline out back, Vaughn, if ever you want to walk down nostalgia lane. Okay.
Now, if you had a picture of the clothesline with that washing machine,
With the
I'm
clothespins
tickled.
still on the line.
I am too
right?
tickled.
I bought him some clothespins and he said, no, I need the wooden ones. I said, listen to me.
Oh, I like that.
Excuse me, I bought you some and you say you rather have something else you like that?
No, 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 no,
I
no.
just messing with you, Vaughn.
It's like
The
it's like
old
this,
wood ones
LC.
without the clip or the ones that with the clip.
Now he preferred the ones without the clip that look like a U,
Yeah, that they look like
but
a
I
little
couldn't
person.
find those. So he had to settle for the ones with the clip. Yeah,
Well, you know they don't make nothing like they used to anyway.
exactly. He
Yeah.
reinforced them. He's like, this gonna break apart the minute I squeeze it too tight.
They do.
Yeah. They don't make anything like they used to.
Mm-mm.
That's why we got parts and
Including
stuff.
people.
Right?
Okay, I found
Absolutely.
something. I found something y'all can relate to. Okay, for what I'm finna
Ooh.
explain to LC.
Y'all
Okay.
y'all meaning what?
Us older people.
You know what? I need somebody 30 and 30 and 35 to hit the panel, please.
Also, you outing us at our age. Okay, I see you, Vaughn.
Uh-huh.
But
Is this
no, listen,
ageism?
listen.
Wait a minute now.
Yeah, sound like it.
What? Okay, fine. Never mind. I take it back. But listen.
Out of
Okay.
the mouth of babes. Come on, babe.
Okay, so y'all know how now we have exfoliator. We got the hand glove, we got the brush. Um, my husband prefers the rock. And nowadays they say a lot of stuff that, I'm gonna say other people used to do since all y'all on the panel gonna jump me and I need to choose my words carefully. It's like unsanitary or it's this or it's that.
You mean a
But
pumice stone?
yeah, but he calls it a rock.
Okay.
And I ordered them from Amazon.
You didn't just go
And
out back?
no, Elsie, what? Huh? Are you trolling? But I got them, and to me, the rock does exfoliate better, okay, than the gloves and the brush. So when you were
On your
saying
foot?
that, huh?
On your feet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when El Cid was saying that her husband wanted the wood clips, to me it's like what y'all were saying. Like, no, this is the old school way or the way that I remember. Like some things we just kind of keep because we remember. To me, I'm trying to say it's like an aesthetic to me.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
my husband, we got our flower beds are made out of concrete bricks, and he'll just run the water and run his heels against that. So we ain't purchasing from
For
Amazon.
real?
But I hear you. Here's the other thing. It irked the heck out of me, but I remember it. You can grow your own loofah.
Yeah, you can.
He
Huh?
grew it and then brought it in the house, and I was like, oh heck no. But you can dry out your own loofah, grow it, dry it out, and use it. Now, Vaughn, you may want to look that up.
I was gonna say I thought loofahs is made out of plastic.
No.
Organic
What?
loofah is an actual plant.
Yes, ma'am.
Get out.
Look it up.
It's kind of like drying out, like let's say if the corn drying out its husk and
Mhm.
it's just made of fine, fibers.
Mhm.
Look up a loofah.
I think a lot of stuff that was used back in the day that worked, like you said, the pumice stone, you actually have to clean it. Um,
Mm,
it takes effort. People do,
mm.
people nowadays don't want to put forth effort. Like vinegar cleans a multitude of things.
Girl, almost
Um,
everything.
and vinegar and lemon and a little salt or some baking soda will go to work.
You better
and
preach.
and disinfect and not put your life at stake like other things. I mean, there's nothing wrong with bleach and stuff like that in its proper place, but as far as
Mhm.
like for your dishes and your like rinsing out the coffee pot, to get all the grime out of there and stuff like that, you use vinegar. um a little soak overnight. We do stuff so fast now. Everything's fast, 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 fast. So we throw stuff away when, I mean, back in the day, it was nothing to put your pantyhose in the sink and wash them with some baking soda and a little detergent, a little light detergent or something like that, and let them soak overnight. Then you rinse them and hang them to dry.
I
Um,
can say I am guilty of that. I only wear them to funerals. Um, or I have my girls wear them to like they school events. But I am guilty of throwing away pantyhose because they only $1 anyway.
see,
Um, but
see,
you
you
can
know how
reuse
many some of
them.
those dollars, right? It's
You
only a
can reuse the
dollar.
pantyhose. You can
$25 later, it's only a dollar.
right. You can use those pantyhose as your exfoliant. Actually,
My goodness. Yes.
stick
You
your
can
hand in
use
it
the pantyhose
and
to
rub.
exfoliate?
Yes, stick your
Yes.
hand in it. Stick the soap in it and use the soap from there.
There you
No.
go.
If you had a garden, I would tell you use those old pantyhose and put like a bar of Irish spring soap and hang it from a tree. That'll keep your deer away.
Hmm.
The grit of the pantyhose will take the fine, part of that.
Yeah, we take a lot. We a lot of new stuff is just old stuff that costs more money.
Yeah, and cost more because you got to replace it constantly.
Yep.
Mm, mm.
As
Just
long
like
as a lot you can
those
So
recycle.
true.
those those sponges that are out now that are so very popular. That's a lot of the stuff you can make at home from things that you already have. And we
Yes.
just don't, we, like I said, we move so fast. We're so busy, busy, busy. We don't just kind of be like, oh, you know what? I can repurpose that. I can use this for that. I can take these bottle tops and use this for this. Um, we want to go and buy. There's nothing wrong with, supporting, small businesses and stuff like that. But a lot of stuff we can do ourselves.
Right. Correct. And I think it's lost knowledge. Because before my great grandmother passed, I had always asked her, let's sit down and write down all the things, all as bring it back to the name of this live, all the lessons and even the home remedies and stuff, so that we can still have it. But we all have a piece of this and a piece of that we'll, call a cousin up. Hey, do you remember what great grandma used to give us?
My my stepfather was from Arkansas, and like it was so small their town was that they only used the last four digits of the phone numbers and to call each other. And whenever I got a fever, my mother was going to give me some Tylenol, and he's like, no, he's like, get a potato, cut it up, and put it around their neck. He made me potato necklaces, and my fever always broke.
Mm,
So as I was having children, the doctors were like, "Oh, do Tylenol." They came up with the Tylenol ibuprofen combo, and I was like, "Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. No, mom, this is gonna work." And I'm like, "Mm-hmm, mm-hmm." And then they were like, "Well, how did her fever break so fast?" I put a string of potatoes, and they looked at me like
Yep.
I had three heads. And they're like, "Well, that's not medicine." And I'm just like, "Well, look, it
Who says
works."
who?
Yeah, I mean, if it works and it's not giving them medicine that they don't need, why not do that? And then I know for my children, they've done the same things. And when they took their children to the doctor, the doctors looked at them even worse than they looked at me.
Right?
like, like what is
My
wrong with you? But
my
why go and I already bought the potato,
exactly, potatoes in the house downstairs.
right?
My
So
my
what's the
thing
problem?
was, you know how they say babies have colic or they have gas, or the baby is like suffering
Yeah.
and all of that. Man, it's the go to the herbal store. I knew exactly what we needed, and we mixed it with a little 1 ounce of water, and then put a 1 ounce and then mix the rest of it with water, and feed him, and that was gone and never came back. Now my coworker, who his mother, did teach him some things, but not a whole lot. I told him exactly what to do, and I said, be prepared, because once that blockage is removed, everything is
Hmm.
coming.
It's loose,
It is loose and it is colorful. It is a bit
all in the hair.
exactly. And I told him, and he said, "You did warn me, but I thought you were playing. I thought I could catch it." And but the baby never had any kind of digestive issues again. We didn't use all that
Mm,
gas X and all that stuff. Mm-mm.
nope.
Mm-mm.
No.
Well, I hate to tell y'all,
Just
but
kitchen staples.
they gave us, they call it grape water for the babies with gas.
Gripe water.
Yeah,
Yes.
gripe
hmm
water.
They gave us that. Now, the potatoes with the string around the neck, okay, put some onions on the feet and all of that. Now,
Hmm.
I've done that for my babies. I have. And I enjoy it because I don't like giving them Tylenol. Um
Welcome. Welcome to our side.
Now, I will say, when it comes to my kids were babies, I was very much so open to what they call it holistic healing, because the medicines, and remember how they were saying red dye and all of that gives kids
Yes.
this, da 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 da. So when my mother, told me put the potatoes on the string, put it around the baby neck. I did that. Now my father, which is so funny, he called it witchcraft, and I'm like, you tripping? You
That's how he
tripping?
was taught that it was
He was
witchcraft.
like, don't put no onions and no potato. What you in there doing? I'm like, healing.
Making child soup. That's what we're
Right.
making. We used to have it like they would use the fever stuff would be a roasted lemon, and you know um dip it in white rum and rub it under the feet, rub the whole thing and put socks on and wrap you up in a blanket to let you sweat it out.
I saw that. It was a Jamaican remedy. I saw that
Hmm.
somewhere. Yeah. Are you
But
Jamaican, Elsie?
no, Trinidad.
Okay, I was gonna say you have the act. I don't want to say you have
Twang
that.
sometimes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. When the New York ain't coming out, that side is coming out. Especially if I speak to my mother. Oh yeah. My mother still sounds like she fresh off the plane. But yeah, I mean all those things, we learn. And as I said, my husband didn't have that growing up. So he's like, for me, it's like recreating my childhood, and he'll be like, "Hey, I saw this, and you ever heard?" I said, "Yeah, we used to do that." No, ain't no way. I said, "Well, call my mother, find out." Call
I
her.
mean, a lot of stuff.
The only thing is he won't, like back in the day, he won't process what we grow, like chickens. He refused to eat the chickens we raised. And I said that defeats the purpose.
I know people like that that won't eat like fresh out of the garden because it seems weird. And I'm like, but you eat it out of the store and you have no idea.
Oh, he'll eat it off. My thing is, I'll eat off the garden, but the same thing you said, Charlie's Angel. I'll have a little cup with water and like a tip of vinegar, and I'm gonna dip it in there.
Yeah, of course yeah, wash it. Definitely
Yeah,
wash it when it
I'll
comes out
wash
of
it with a
your own garden.
little tip of vinegar in a little water, like a solo cup with water and a
Hmm.
little bit of half a cap of vinegar. Yeah.
Now, see, like for another thing I learned, well, my father passed this one down, was browning of flour for a diaper rash.
Yes.
And it's cheaper than the creams, and it actually works. Like the
I
diaper
did that
rash
too.
will be gone within like a day, like the next day. The
Yes.
diaper rash is completely gone, and all you did was take a little flour that you had already. You already bought the flour. You pay for the gas, and the skillet is yours. And
Or
just yeah, let it cool off and put it in the diaper.
so awesome, and even the candle wax.
Now tell me about candle wax.
The candle wax, not while it's hot, but you could, soften it in your hand. Like, let's say, the child has a boil, on their leg or something, and it doesn't grow to a point where it can be popped.
Hmm.
You soften the candle wax in your fingers and you rub it on there and just keep it on there and kind of like band it up, and it will break
It'll
it to the
dry it out.
surface. Yes.
Oh, okay. Now that's a
Yes.
new one for me. I knew about it for cactus pricklies, but I didn't know about that.
Yes. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, we went through a whole lot of stuff, and you had to find your remedies at home, because the
Hmm.
doctor isn't always readily available. And what I did appreciate is, even with my kids, the doctor, I had a lovely lady, East Indian doctor, and when I said I don't want to give them medicine, she listened.
That the doctor that my pediatrician, her husband actually delivered me, but my pediatrician, who even still saw us well into adulthood, because everybody went to this particular clinic. She was the same way. She would tell you what was wrong, and then she would tell you what not to do. Like, or tell you, like, do this, do that, do this. Don't take this, don't do that, because then it's gonna do this, and this. So this is what I want you to do. And we appreciated it. And it was always usually something that you already had at home.
Right.
Yeah, I want to say she was maybe West Indian, I think, her and her husband. I know they
Oh,
were from
okay.
some islands or something, but yeah. And I mean, she was really strict with it too. She was like, "Do not listen to what they put on this paper. I'm gonna write you this. You do this."
Right. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, she was really good.
That's really good. There's lots of lessons to be learned, and that's one thing that I learned too, is what we're doing right now. Open up and share, and we could all learn. Don't be a gatekeeper of information. It's like, if it can help your neighbor, help somebody.
Seriously, save your coins, baby. Save your coins.
Right. Because not everybody, would know with the potato, or not everybody is like, okay, one person say, but again, Vaughn co-signed that she also did it. Just open up and say something, or say that you need something, and someone may have a remedy for you.
Let me tell you something. In this day and age, you're gonna need to save some coins.
Hmm.
Listen, I
Miss
don't
Al.
mind saving coins, but I'm not going on nobody's farm doing nothing. Okay.
Well, you can have your own farm, Vaughn. Okay, Miss Alice. That's why I give my savings things. We got to save money.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
Now I will go there to
For the
ride a
important
horse.
stuff, you gonna ride a horse?
I will ride a horse before I what milk a cow, groom a chicken, uh what else do they do on the farm when it come to make some
Handle the ducks. The ducks are a little vicious though.
ducks? On a farm?
Yeah, ducks are guardians. Ducks can be
Oh
guardians to
yeah.
your
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
chickens.
yeah, yeah. You know, I had to remember Charlotte's Web, but I'm not I'm not slaughtering no
Charlotte's
pigs.
Web. Wait a minute. Diabolical.
Listen.
A make-believe story. Oh my gosh.
I almost choked. Oh my
Right.
goodness. The baby said I had to remember Charlotte. Well, at least she has
Nigga,
a
no.
point of reference. We're not gonna mess with. She has a point of reference.
Ducks can be very the white ducks especially, they can be very much territorial and they will protect your chickens.
Mm.
You can eat duck eggs too. You should try it.
A duck. Now I've had a baby quail as like it was in an egg when my auntie went to this expensive
It's a delicacy.
yeah, Elle said, see, I felt like, quails were swimming around inside of me. I'll never do that again. So
Yeah, we
I don't-
hatched quail and my husband was looking at me like, we could just sell this to the, Southeast Asian family down the street. They'll want this because it's huge. It's a delicacy.
mm, 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 mm. It was like mine was little. It was real small.
All quail are little.
Oh. I'm like,
You didn't. You sure it wasn't big, Vaughn?
I'm positive, Miss Alice, because I never forget what it looked like. And
Make
they
a
dared-
circle.
Was it a long time ago too?
This
Hey,
was,
Tina.
Hey, Miss Tina.
Happy
love Miss
Monday.
I think this was 2020. I ain't gonna give y'all the date, but I know it was an important birthday of hers. Okay, but listen, they dared me to eat it because we was in a Korean restaurant or whatever. It was expensive,
It's very.
I'm the youngest, so it was like, eat it, and I'm like, I don't want to. In fact, I want to say, yeah, I can't tell y'all that, but yeah, it was nice though, but I wouldn't eat it again. I just wouldn't do that. Mm-mm.
It is a delicacy. They only do it on special occasions and
So maybe that's
celebrations.
why. Yeah, we was at that restaurant because, all the other food was pretty good. They had like this really thin meat. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I don't remember what it's called, but you dip it in this hot sauce and you cook it on the thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
I think so.
On a hibachi.
It was kind of like that. I mean,
I don't know, Vaughn.
I was gonna tell somebody they were there, so they should remember this with me.
I said hibachi.
Uh,
It was a personal hibachi.
Yeah, it was one of them. But it was nice. But that's what I remember about it. I swallowed a quail egg and I was just done. I was done. I was like, I'm never coming back here ever again.
That was a really nice place.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cool. But I don't know. I'm gonna say this though, okay, since we're talking about farms. I do remember going to the farm at the field trip, and my great grandfather had a tractor. But that's about it as far as farms go.
Okay. We do have a memory.
Yeah. To me, farms sound nice when you got on cowboy boots, and a plaid, shirt that you done turned into a crop top and a cowboy hat.
No, you don't expose your skin on the farm.
So that's just in TV.
That's just in
Yes.
TV.
Yeah, see, that's what I like. I don't-
So you want to just go to a cabin to visit? Like,
wait, how about this one? Green
just
Acres.
kind of visit.
I am
Oh
the
no,
wife.
she did not say Green Acres.
Yes, I am. I am the wife in
Wow.
Green Acres. Okay.
how you gonna remember Green Acres and don't remember that washing machine?
Because Miss Alice, that's who my grandmother was. Well, is Lord, because she's still alive, and her husband was what's his name? Okay, she was, New York, city life. And my grandfather is farm living is the life for me. So,
I'm
you know,
selling.
I'm her. I'm her in this
Uh,
situation.
I'm selling. I'm selling. But you
mm-mm.
are telling the truth. And you are telling the truth. But I'm selling. I'm selling.
Okay. I'm a city girl.
Now when I had
Okay.
that song in my head.
Word for word, Alice. Word for word.
Uh-huh.
Listen, that's my life. That's my life story, Elsie. So, you know, when you know everything go crashing down, you know, if I can't send you an email because they just took the internet away, you're gonna receive a letter in the mail. It's gonna say from Vaughn's Reality,
It
Victoria's
can't.
Bond.
There's no mail service.
No mail service. See,
You
You
better
better send
start
it by
learning to
carrier
train
pigeon.
pigeons.
I'm
Train
I'm gonna
pigeons.
send. Y'all say pigeon. I was finna say I'm gonna have the stork. Okay, come to your house with a
Stork
letter
only
in his
deliver
mouth.
babies,
A dove. There we go. Doves deliver messages.
and dove only travel in pairs. So you got to get two.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get a flock of them, honey.
You know, I'm gonna have one with the grocery list and the one with the letter of apology. Okay, because you told
You
me.
might as well just throw the bottle in the river and let it float down.
I'm gonna send
That's
you a
it.
message in the bottle, baby.
There
Okay.
you go. And make sure you got that candle wax to seal the top, or else it's going to be waterlogged.
No, Elsie. Now that's another thing that I think is really cool. When I watched like was it Bridgerton or
Mm-hmm.
um
Fake stuff.
The Crown. No. It might be fake. But I like the aesthetics of it when they take the candle wax and seal the letter. I think that is so cute. They have those on Amazon. Did you know that?
Yes, I do, because my son liked the aesthetic too. I got him a quill pen. I got him fountain pens. I got him the same leather
What?
stuff. So yes, he did like, and there's, it's not just regular candle wax. It has to be a
Hmm.
certain type of candle. And then you put a little bit of wax into your a little very small tray, and you hold that over a candle to melt the wax. And that same little tray has a spout, and you just pour it onto the letter, and then you put your signet ring onto it.
Oh wow.
My grandfather had a signet ring. I still have his signet ring, and it could
I
do
want one of
exactly
those.
that.
When I start taking Christmas pictures again, that's how I'm gonna send my Christmas pictures around.
Girl,
Lord.
you better buy a whole bunch of wax too.
Now, what I didn't know is that it couldn't be just a regular candle. I ain't
No,
know
it
that.
can't be, because once it hardens,
Mm-hmm.
you ever heard them when they got the letters, they would break the seal and it would break like a cracker?
Mm.
Did you, when they opened those letters, didn't you see them break it?
Mm-hmm.
The wax has to harden really hard and not be subject to the elements. So you have to break it like if you're breaking a biscuit or a cookie or something, and you hear it like real hard, that they break it open and open the letter. Or some of them just pass the wax over another candle, soften
Mm-hmm.
it up enough that they just open it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but my grandmother and mother were pageant girls, and I was raised to be a Commonwealth lady, to pour
Who?
a proper Commonwealth lady, to pour a proper tea service even. So I know all that stuff. I'm just a rebel.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just a rebel.
Wait, you did say you're from New York, right?
Yeah, Brooklyn.
So
But again,
y'all,
I have
so
Caribbean roots. I had years in Trinidad as well. So Commonwealth, Trinidad.
so you experienced what they call a debutante.
No,
No?
no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
We did not have that. But my grandmother's second husband, yes, he came from the black middle class lifestyle, and his daughter, and yes, we've not debutante. No, I've been to a debutante, but I didn't have one myself. But what we would go to is the opening day at the races, and you have to dress and you have to know your cutlery, and a day at the races with your hat and your proper attire.
Mm-hmm.
The first day of racing, yes, that I have experienced. I hate those shoes, but I hate high heel shoes. As a 5'11" wide-footed woman, I hated high heel shoes. But yes, I know how to comport myself appropriately. I just am a rebel. I just, do whatever I want. And now the problem, when everybody was talking about Prince Harry, Prince Meghan, and she had to go through royalty training.
Hmm.
I went to all girl Catholic school. We had to do that. You don't need to know how to sit properly, where your skirt is supposed to be at all times, where how long your skirt is supposed to be from the tip of your finger, your posture, how you're supposed to walk, all of that, how
Now,
you're supposed to hold your
amazingly,
purse, etiquette training. I just was ugh.
So you had to walk around with books on top of your head.
Well, that was the first beginnings of posture, but I was a rebel. I could still hold it on my head and still walk however I want to walk.
my grandmother was raised in the deep South in Mississippi, and she taught us all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't like school, but it was just things that she said and she did, and there was a proper way. Like
Mm-hmm.
for you to be able to go anywhere you wanted to go, you can, what we call it now, code switching. You
Yes.
could, yes, you needed to know your forks and this, that, and the other. And there was always an awards ceremony, a banquet, or
Yes.
something. I was always doing something. And so she just kind of inadvertently taught me all that stuff, the tea and the cups and no clinking and
Whew.
this and that and the other and the third.
No
And
No.
slurping, no elbows on the
yes,
table.
my godmother showed me a trick as to how not to get lipstick on your teeth and
Right.
or on your straw or your cup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes, ladies of etiquettes. So
Yes.
couldn't wait to get that stuff off. But I mean, it was nice though, and it is a lost art now when you look at our society. My granddaughter had a complete fit, and I'm like, we dressed up as kids. I mean, it was still children's wear, but we didn't wear a lot of jeans. We had the cute little outfits, but they were like slacks or
Mm-hmm.
what would you call them? Yeah, we dressed them more like that. And
Trousers.
she's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, slacks and trousers and things of that nature. And she's like, I think we dress better now. And I was like, I didn't say there's anything wrong with how you all dress
Right.
now. It's just a dress. It's a dressed up, dressed down version. And
Charlie's Angel.
she was not trying to get it.
Now, with my New York upbringing, the opening night at the theater means something. Okay, opening night at the
Dressed
theater.
to the nines.
Exactly. So imagine my surprise. My kids were much younger. Opening night, first time The Lion King is at the Fox Theater in Atlanta, and we are dressed. I am in my dress with my pearls, and my boys are dressed, like if it's Sunday best, it's Easter Sunday morning. No jacket though, because it's hot in Atlanta. But everybody was like, oh my God, you look so nice. We are dressed for the theater. This is what we do. Opening night.
And what they're in their Lion King t-shirts.
Yes, people were in t-shirts and shorts and all of that stuff. And I was
Yeah.
mortified about them because I'm like, this is how you dress for the theater. I mean, some people were dressed as well, but a lot were not. My mother too was there. My ex-mother-in-law, she was there too. We were all dressed to the gods because it's opening night at the theater.
I miss that so much where people actually, I mean, you step out. When you say step out. We are stepping out. The purse, the gloves, the jewelry, just the shoes. I'm not a heel person either, but the shoes just just shining. Just, Mm. Yeah, we don't do that too much anymore.
Right, because that's what I told my boys. I did teach them, how to handle tea, also their cutlery and stuff like that, and because my grandfather, again, he was a soldier, and they would go to state dinners, and he's like, you got to know, you can't embarrass yourself in front of these people.
Yeah, you don't want to be fumbling.
Right. So he learned and from there taught, and that's how it passed down to us as well. I mean, my mother knew it too, but I was very shocked at the time. I was like, but aren't you a soldier? Why you need to know how to don't you all just eat in the mess hall? He's like,
But
no.
they never know when they're gonna see, the presidents or the cabinets or all of that, and
Have to wear the dinner whites.
but there's even a different mindset when you are dressed, when you're dressed, you got your dress coat on, or your stole, or your wrap or whatever. There's just a different air to you. You have a whole different mindset. You don't um and we've gotten away from it. That's all I'm gonna say. We've just gotten away from the dignity of it all.
I
It
agree.
wasn't just putting on airs. It's just that it was a dignity about yourself, your family. You're representing your family, not just yourself, but your family, and I mean your whole family. Your grandmother,
People knew
and
your family.
yeah, and you did not want to, that to get back home. You did not want to be um, said to be disrespectful, or a disgrace. And we have really gotten away from that, to where well, this is what I have, and there's nothing wrong with this is what you have, but how are you representing what you have?
Right.
Is yeah, the mindset of well, this is it. Well, this is it can always be nice too. um just respecting yourself, respecting the things that you do have. Because I didn't grow up with a lot of anything, but what my mother did provide, we were taught to keep it in its best condition as possible. Um, and even the older generation, for me, like my grandmother, who didn't have a lot of shoes, but then when she became an adult, she bought all the shoes and all the colors and all the boots that she could possibly do. But when I say that everything looked brand new for years and years and years, taking care of the things that she did have. Um,
Yeah, yeah. When my great grandmother passed, there was a lot of things that was still wrapped, not still, but she'd used, but she wrapped in plastic and still had like the filling paper in it. So it kept its
yes,
form.
yes, my grandmother passed, and there was a set of towels that she had, and it was for when company came. Those towels were pristine. I still felt the same bright yellow color with the blue flowers on. Just, I mean, and even Christmas decorations, like from years, that no dust on them. Just everything looks brand new still. Just the keeping up of what you actually do have. You paid your hard-earned money for it. You kept it up. Yeah, like a lot of people didn't know. Um, like back in the day, like back in the day, um, you could you really didn't know that people didn't have what other people had because of how they kept their things.
Right.
Yeah, and there was definitely a sense of pride. Even if everybody else had 9 acres of land, if you only had 1 acre, you had the best looking 1 acre. um, nobody could make you feel bad about that or try, because you actually did something with what you had.
Right. Definitely. But there's lots of lessons being learned today.
Yeah.
Yeah, like how to wash clothes. I can do a whole live on how to hand wash clothes.
And when is that live airing?
Never.
See?
You sure about that, Vaughn?
Oh,
Huh?
I did have a. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna put one of those wash machines on your Amazon gift list and send it to you.
Wait, what you say, Miss Alice?
I'm gonna put one of those wash machines on your Amazon gift list and send it to you. So you
I
don't have
did.
to wash clothes with your hands.
I'm tickled.
I did come up here to say a lesson that I will never forget, and it is that sometimes what you want or what you need may not always come the way that it packaged or come to you the way that you think it should, and you could possibly miss it.
Amen.
Mm.
That includes a lot of things.
A lot, I mean, a lot of things, a lot of
Yeah.
things. I was, and I learned a lesson, I want to say when I was about 21, my first husband, every morning I would say good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and he would never say good morning. And I mean, I was mad, y'all. I was livid. I'm like, well, why can't you just say good morning? What is wrong with saying good morning? Is it such a bad thing about good morning? Why? Because we always say good morning in my house. It was disrespectful not to say good morning, even if it
Same.
wasn't good for you. And so one day I just blew up about it. And I mean, I was seriously in my feelings. And I blew up about it. And he was like, well, every morning I ask you, how do you feel? How are you? Are you okay? And I'm like, I done sat up here mad, getting ready, wanting a divorce and everything, because this is just utter disrespect. And I was getting the care that I wanted. It just came in a different way. So I started looking at a lot of things in life um a little slower, slowing down, and not just, um trying to see things from other perspectives and not just mine, and that mine were concrete. This is the way, this is the right way. There's only one way to do things. And so that's one of the lessons that I learned. And it had a few other lessons in that in that one lesson, but I'll never forget it.
Yeah. To
Sounds like a
piggyback
few
on that.
lessons to be
Yeah. To
unlearned.
piggyback on that one. I learned a long time ago, and I've shared with people that you shouldn't expect you from other people.
Yes,
So
definitely.
that kind of goes with what you were saying. A lot of times we think people should do things and say things the way we feel that we would, but they are themselves and we are ourselves. So stop expecting them to respond or whatever like you would just because you believe that's how you would respond because we're all different.
Yep.
Oh, I have one, Miss Alice. You asked me earlier if I had any other lessons. So I ain't gonna give no testimony, okay? But long story short,
Okay.
wisdom does not have to come with the price.
Say that again.
Wisdom does not have to come with a price. This is for the younger people because I read my Bible a lot, right?
Hmm.
And in Proverbs, it talks a lot about wisdom, okay? And I have said before that a lot of things that were taught to me, I was warned against. Just even just did just because I was being a rebel. Okay, keyword was no longer. They'll said, but you don't have to go through certain things. If someone older, even in your same age group, more mature, is telling you what not to do. So
Absolutely.
you don't have to, you know, I mean, of course, as people, we're going to learn, bump our knees, get bumps and bruises, but you don't have
Mhm.
to. You really don't have to. Now, I'm grateful for my wisdom. I thank God for the things that I've been through that I'm wiser about. But lately, what's really been keeping me out of harm's way is, wisdom. Okay, knowing that I don't have to go through, you know, to really get through. Some things are just simple. Don't and you won't kind of
Right.
mindset. So wisdom does not have to come with it doesn't have to come with sacrifices. It doesn't have to come with pain. It doesn't have to come with loss. If you will take it when it's presented in front of you, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to do things your own way or live, life, at the beat of your own drum. But some things you just don't have to when you have people, telling you, you know, different. Okay.
Right.
So that's what I wanted to say. When Charlie's Angels was talking, it hit me like that. There's a lot of things, my mother did teach me, talk to me about to death. Okay. And of course I have learned that she's right about everything. All right. My Shirley Caesar voice. Okay. Love on your mama. um, but yes, I didn't have to if I would have just listened the first time.
Absolutely. That's another lesson that I learned also. Um, you don't have to experience it in order to learn from it. And
That part, Miss Alice.
that's, yeah,
Yeah.
less, it's so much less painful if you would just listen to the wise, especially when you know that people really have your best interests at heart. They
Mm.
really do care about what happens to you for real.
Hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
definitely listen to that.
And that's biblical, okay? Not just obey and respect your parents, but to listen to the elders.
Yeah.
Is that in Revelation? You know what? Don't answer that, okay? But if you have the answer, put it in the chat.
But yeah, that's a good one, Vaughn.
Yeah, but I don't arbitrarily just listen to elders. I don't. It's not open. It's not open season for me. I question elders.
Miss Alice, I'm finna go because Elle said.
I, age doesn't always breed wisdom, so I have always questioned my elders. Well, where did this come from?
It's okay to ask
No, yeah,
questions.
that's good.
Yeah,
That's
it's
good.
okay to ask questions. There's
Because
nothing wrong with asking questions.
some elders use their age to be snake oil salesmen. Okay.
Now
Yeah,
I will
and
say, yeah,
just because
but
somebody is older
yeah,
doesn't mean they're wiser, because a lot of people do have birthdays, but they never grow up. So
right.
age doesn't really necessarily make you wise.
See, I can say this, y'all. Okay. See, in my journey, see, the enemy set me up right. I was listening to everybody that told me what I wanted to hear. But the wisdom was over there, okay, with Jesus, where everything was right. And what I wanted to hear, of course, I didn't want to hear. I didn't want to hear that. Okay. So
Right.
I was over there, with I guess you can say what they call it, cheerleaders,
Oh, I thought you were going to
So
say sinners. Okay.
yeah, yeah, there we go. I ain't want to say all that, but and I ain't coming for nobody. I'm just saying, this is my journey, and but I don't. I'm just gonna say, honestly, I'm grateful for it all because I really have learned a lot, and to for me, and what's funny is my mom was saying this to me earlier. My children are gonna have their own experiences, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Right.
But what I can do is talk, not over talk, not over be dramatic, but teach them because they will it'll come when it's supposed to.
Hmm.
Oh, okay, Miss House, I got one more. I don't have to be in control of everything, y'all. Listen, when I say the Lord is
Ooh,
working on me,
ooh.
While she just told us to hush, I don't have
Hold
to
up,
be in
y'all.
control of everything.
Hold up. Let me hold up. I gotta shout. Hold on.
Miss Alice, listen, he is working on me, okay? Real hard. And I'm grateful for it because I asked him to. I did. I asked him to. Um, I be thinking, you know, I haven't made any progress or anything like that. And he just shows me throughout my days. And honestly, yeah, that's what I just love about God because I do want things to be grand and big and extra, but he's showing me how to enjoy the little. And I am enjoying the little progress that I am making because my life is different. Like I look at things differently. Of course, I have days where I'm like, oh, but God still shows up. and lets me know that he is God and he's in control. And he got me. He got me.
Vaughn, that is right on time because I did not read today's scripture verse.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, read it.
I didn't. And it comes from Psalms 25, verses 4 through 5. And this is the NLT version. It says, "Show me the right path, O Lord. Point out the road for me to follow. Lead me by your truth and teach me, for you are the God who saves me. All day long, I put my hope in you." And that goes along with what you were just saying.
See, I guess me talking so much is, it comes in handy sometimes.
It does.
Don't go that far.
It does sometimes, Elsie, sometimes.
That's why I said
This
he's
time.
working on me.
This
He's
time.
working on me. He's working on me.
Every now and then, Elsie. Every now and then.
Now, but not then.
I'm hollering. But yeah.
Well,
But yeah, thank y'all.
the only question I would have, Vaughn, or the only thing is like, as when you say, adjectives like, big steps or small steps, it's a step. Why does it have to be quantitative?
Okay, so Elsie, I don't know how much you be listening to me in the bushes because I just found out Miss Boogie Down be all in the bushes. But listen,
Ooh!
I mean, I have a grandiose look on life that hasn't been great. It has led me in the wrong direction, and so when I see people giving their test, and I'm not talking against these people, but I
Right.
would
No,
tell
you're not.
yeah, I would tell my mom like, see, that's what, but I don't want to tell my story because it's not polished, it's not big and great, and but what she's constantly reminding me is that it's, you know, my testimony is not my own. I mean, it is my own, but it's not meant to be private. It's personal, but it's not meant to be private, right?
And
But
somebody out there may be looking at you and seeing huge progress.
right.
Why aren't you seeing it within yourself?
Because like I said, I have just this grandiose, outlook on life where everything is supposed to be perfect. There we go. And it's supposed to look like this and sound like this, and you're supposed to look like this and sound like this.
Now, the
But
people who go through any of the journeys we heard in the Bible, were any of them perfect?
no, but if you let me
Okay.
finish, I could tell you. But God is showing me that's when you walk in with him, it's not going to be pretty and perfect and polished, especially if you're being truthful. Now, I've admitted, that, oh, okay, I'm trying to be phony with God, right? And no, that's not what he wants for me. I've already been phony and polished and put together and was miserable and, all types of stuff in life, a horrible person. But now he's pruning me, in a way where I can be, polished and pretty and put together, but it's not going to be fake. And it's not going to be, for the world to see. It's not, it's, some things are personal, some things are private, but what am I trying to say? The way that I will show up, I'm going to show up with him and not as me in the forefront and being, do you understand what I'm saying? Being like
I
extra.
understand what you're saying. It's just that, I'm trying to wrap my head around it because it's not my lifestyle. I don't concern myself with the views of others.
Right.
That's the only difference. And it was a journey to there, because that's what I said was one of my lessons, is that don't concern yourself with what people say because they're going to have something to say anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And just as you said, just show up as yourself and you're not showing up alone. Okay. Even though there are one set of footprints in the sand,
Right.
you are not alone.
And not on my own strength. And that's what's most important for me, is not to try to do all these things on my own strength, because I already have. And like I said, I've been phony and, oh, it's all together, everything's good, polished and pretty, but was rotten on the inside, like,
Mm-hmm.
deadly rotten. Okay. So, he's allowing me not to, I guess what I'm trying to say, be prideful. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what's the other word that I'm looking for? Um,
Arrogant.
Arrogant. There we go. There we go. Arrogant, boastful. Because I used to be really boastful, about things, status, oh, this and that. And I didn't enjoy the small things. I felt I was too good for the small things. Like I said, everything was grand and deep,
Yeah.
grand and extra.
You
And
wanted to run, you didn't want to crawl.
there we go. There we go. So, he slowed me down and, we walking together and I'm actually enjoying it. Like really, um, in the past, like not so far away past, because when I say I really did go to him and I asked him, like, help me with this because I'm struggling, like, you just want me to die to myself and, be nothing. And I was looking at it as, oh, I'm gonna be boring and I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. But and it's not like I've just changed overnight, because like I said, there's still things he's working on me with. But it's like slowly but surely my mindset is changing. I've even learned to be grateful, show gratitude, and it's just a different experience for me. And I'm enjoying it, and I don't feel empty, and I really don't, like, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all this one thing. So I was looking at some name brand stuff. And what's funny is they brought this up in prayer meeting today. And I'm like, I don't need it. I don't need it. It's not the time for this right now. I'm getting excited, because this is coming along. So I'm looking at this. And I didn't feel like, oh man, da, da, da. It was like, no, you don't need that. That money can go towards this, that, and the other. So I guess what I'm saying is, y'all, I feel like the Lord is making me whole in ways. And you know we say these prayers and things, and I'm be honest with y'all, I was, I'm saying these prayers and it's like, oh, it's not working, they're just words. But you really have to believe for it. But not just that, you have to want it. You have to want, God. And I wanted him, of course I didn't want to sacrifice. It's like, oh, to me, this stuff is big for me, because it's like the way I was talking to, like, my mom, to some everybody that stayed, I didn't think that I would feel at peace about any of those types of things. I would kind of just throw in the towel and be like, this ain't working. But of course, wise counsel, has helped bring me to this place. Because if I would have went outside of that, and I'm not speaking against people, worldly people or anything like that, but if I would have, sought worldly counsel, I probably wouldn't feel as good as I feel right now, being where I am in my life. Because like I said, it's not big and grand and extra, how I would want it, but I'm content, with the day-to-day peace and growth and mindset. So yeah, I know
I
I just talked a whole lot. I'm sorry,
I
y'all.
wish you could see how big that step is, just being satisfied. There's so many that are not content and satisfied and feel whole in this moment. So while you may not see it as huge, I'm going to tell you that's a big deal. That's a big epiphany, and that is a big emotion to feel. There are so many who don't feel it, and so many who never get there.
It is. I agree.
So I have a friend that I tell her, I'm not your minimizer, and I feel like you're minimizing it. It's not as grand as you see it, but I'm here to tell you, look around. You will find someone not that far away who is not content.
Hmm.
And with all those hundreds of people you saw at the mall, just this weekend looking for that wristwatch, pocket watch, whatever stuff, willing to spend hundreds of dollars because they just got to have it.
Hmm.
They ain't even where you are right now, where you say, you know what? I don't need it. I'm good. So that's just my pouring into you for the moment.
That's great.
Well, thank you, Elsie.
Let me read what Blaze said, y'all. Blaze says, I'm back for a quick second. All right. So there's many, and I mean many lessons that I was taught and continue to utilize to this day. But I'll only give two. Lesson number one, he says, take control of your emotions. Losing control and letting your emotions take the wheel can lead to you making mistakes you can't come back from. Self mastery is the key. That was lesson number one. Lesson number two, he says, don't be afraid of greatness. My grandfather taught me that sometimes people don't necessarily fear failure, but they fear what success will demand of them. Shed the fear and step up. Those are great lessons.
Okay, favorite cousin op.
Oh, those are absolutely great lessons. He said, until the next one, much love and respect all around. Be well, stay safe, and stay up. Thank you, Blaze. Those are some great lessons. Thank y'all um, for coming in.
Thank you.
And yeah, I appreciate y'all um, joining the panel. I appreciate those who commented in the chat. Thank you for joining the live. If y'all have any final words, let me know.
You went over your time today, Miss Alice. I was looking at that time like, let me hurry up.
Not your final word is a critique and criticism. Wait a minute.
I get Vaughn Elsie. I get her.
I know I'm with you. That's why I'm also making jokes because she gets it too. She gets it too. It's like, wait a minute. Final thought. You need to keep on time. I missed my nap today.
I'm hollering. Elsie said she gonna get me together before she leave this panel, Miss Alice.
Too funny. I'm just gearing myself up. My messy member Mondays is shortly, so I got to get myself riled up.
Well, thank y'all. I appreciate all of y'all, especially uh, Shanice, Elsie, Vaughn, Charlie's Angel, and Miss Boogie Down. Can't forget Miss Boogie Down, who came up here to try to shake some stuff up in defense of Vaughn. So
shout out to Miss Boogie Down. But great live, Miss Alice. I really have learned a lot today, okay? Besides the washing machine. I ain't just gonna say the washing machine was something new I learned. But great live. I hope everybody have a wonderful, happy Monday. Okay. I don't know if y'all seen my community wall, but yeah, okay. No excuses. Okay, no bad energy. We blessed. All right.
amen.
But I love you, Miss Alice. Nice talking
Love
with
you
you,
more.
Elsie. It was nice
Same,
talking to you,
Vaughn.
Charlie's Angels. And I'm going, y'all. Bye.
Bye. Charlie's Angel, you have anything? She must have stepped away. Elsie, you have anything else?
Yeah. Final thought is you are enough and you are on your own journey. Don't judge based on anybody else's measuring stick.
Absolutely.
That's it. But thank you, Miss Alice. You have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. You too. I appreciate you. Love you always. Okay. Charlie's Angel still not there. Well, we're going to end this live. Y'all want to thank everybody who showed up today. Oh, okay. Thank you, Charlie's Angels. Always good to have you. So, yeah, excuse me, y'all. We had Joe, Blaze, Janice, Vaughn, Larry, Shanice, Charlie's Angel, Real, El Cid, SBK, Miss Boogie Down. Of course, I got to go back to SBK, the real peer. I have to say that. I didn't get a chance to comment in the live SBK, but I did watch the live, and I will go back to give my comment because I had, some comments to make. So again, my peer SBK, Miss Boogie Down. I said what I said. Beautiful Center, Asia College. My first time seeing you in the chat, but welcome. Fear No Mortals and Tina Mo Show. Thank you all, and for all who may have watched from the bushes, thank you for your support always. And for those who may be watching the replay, thank you for all of your support as well. I truly appreciate you all. Remember that God loves you even more than I do, and I really do love you all. Continue to be blessed, but more importantly, continue to be a blessing to someone else. And until next time, that's right, Vaughn, the real peer. Until next time, prayerfully will be Thursday. I will see you all if God says so. So after this, we will be ending the live.